Picture a stone chamber beneath the Vatican. The year is 1684. 3 cardinals are standing over a manuscript, so old that the parchment crumbles at the slightest touch. The text is in Aramaic, the language Jesus himself spoke, and written in his own hand, according to the authentication they have just received, is a prayer, just 11 words. But these 11 words represent the single greatest threat to institutional religion ever discovered. One cardinal reaches for a candle. Another stops his hand. They argue in heated whispers, because if they burn this document, they erase something Jesus himself wrote. But if they preserve it, if this prayer ever reaches ordinary believers, the entire structure collapses. Every ritual becomes unnecessary. Every intermediary becomes obsolete. Every gate they have locked for centuries flies open instantly. The compromise they reached that night will hide this prayer for another 300 years. But they could not destroy it completely. And tonight, you're going to learn the exact words that were buried because they worked too well. Right now, before your mind talks you out of this, subscribe to this channel. What you are about to receive is not comfortable spiritual wisdom. It is a direct transmission that was kept from you deliberately. And the algorithm will try to bury this video the moment it goes live. Subscribe now so you can find your way back when you need this again. Place both hands over your chest right now. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm is proof you are alive in this exact moment. But there's another kind of aliveness trying to reach you. The kind that exists before birth and after death. The kind that every religious institution claims to offer, but actually prevents. And the key to that aliveness is 11 words that most believers have never heard. If you're watching this at night, if something you cannot name pulled you here at this exact hour, comment the words, "I am ready to receive." This is not just engagement. This is a threshold. The moment you declare readiness, something shifts in the unseen realm. Forces that have kept you locked out begin to lose their grip, and the gate that has been closed your entire life starts to open. What I am about to share with you is not theory. It is not interpretation. It is documented in manuscripts that the church classified as too dangerous for public access. One prayer, 11 words in Aramaic, and when spoken with understanding of what they actually mean, they create an immediate opening between your consciousness and what lies beyond the veil. This is what Jesus taught, and this is exactly why you were never allowed to learn it. To understand why this prayer was hidden, you must first understand what prayer actually is. You were taught that prayer is talking to God. You were taught to ask for things, to confess sins, to petition for mercy, to beg for intervention. This model of prayer is not ancient wisdom. It is social control. Think about what it creates. A believer on their knees, powerless, speaking to an external authority, hoping to be heard, never certain if they are worthy. This posture serves the institution perfectly. It keeps you dependent. It keeps you returning. It keeps you tithing and obeying, and never quite feeling like you have direct access. But in the earliest Christian communities, before Rome institutionalized a faith, prayer meant something completely different. The Aramaic word Jesus used was tzloda. It does not mean to ask or to beg. It means to set a trap, to create a snare, to establish a condition that reality must fulfill. This is not requesting. This is commanding. This is co-creating with the divine force rather than groveling before it. When Jesus said, "Whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours," he was not teaching positive thinking. He was teaching quantum mechanics 2,000 years before science had language for it. And the prayer he gave his inner circle, the one he made them memorize in Aramaic and forbade them from writing down, was the most potent reality-shaping formula ever spoken. For 3 centuries after his death, this prayer circulated in secret. Only those who had been personally initiated by apostles or their direct successors knew it. It was not written in the Gospels. It was not included in public worship. It was passed mouth to ear, teacher to student, in locked rooms and hidden gatherings. But then everything changed. In the year 325, Emperor Constantine convened the Council of Nicaea. His goal was not spiritual. It was political. He needed to unify his fragmenting empire, and he decided that standardized Christianity would be the glue. Hundreds of bishops gathered. Texts were debated. Doctrines were established. And in the process, dozens of teachings were declared heretical and ordered destroyed. The prayer survived that purge, but it went deeper underground. By the medieval period, only a handful of monasteries preserved it, and even there, it was kept in restricted libraries, accessible only to the highest-ranking initiates. The church's official position, though never stated publicly, was clear. This prayer gives believers too much power. It eliminates the need for priests. It bypasses the sacraments. It makes the institutional church irrelevant. And so it was buried. Layer after layer of ritual and doctrine were piled on top of it until almost no one remembered it existed. But here is what they could not bury: the mechanism itself. The pattern Jesus encoded into those 11 words operates whether the church approves or not. And there have always been individuals who stumbled onto it accidentally, who spoke words in desperation or inspiration that aligned with the ancient formula, and suddenly found themselves experiencing what the mystics call piercing the veil. Tonight, you are not stumbling. You are being given the exact transmission. Take a breath right now, deep into your belly. Hold it for a moment. Feel the pressure in your lungs. Now release it completely. Let your shoulders drop. What I am about to share requires your full presence, because these are not just words to memorize. They are technology. And like any technology, they must be operated correctly to produce results. The prayer exists in 3 layers. The first layer is the Aramaic itself. Language is not arbitrary. Words are vibrational patterns. Aramaic is especially potent because it is a root language. Every syllable carries multiple dimensions of meaning. When Jesus chose these specific words in this specific order, he was creating a frequency sequence. The sounds themselves, when pronounced correctly, generate a resonance in the body that begins to dissolve the barrier between physical and spiritual perception. The second layer is the meaning. English translations flatten the depth, but when you understand what each word actually points to, the prayer becomes a map. It shows you exactly where to place your attention and exactly what to claim as already true. The third layer is the state of consciousness from which you speak it. This is where most people fail. They say the words from fear or desperation or hope. But this prayer only opens a gate when spoken from a state of absolute knowing, not belief. Knowing, not, I hope this works. Not, please let this work. But this is already done. Here is the prayer exactly as it was preserved. In Aramaic, transliterated so you can pronounce it. Newe tsevinak ikana dibashmea afbiara. In English, the closest translation is, let your desire be done as in heaven, also on earth. You recognize part of this. It is hidden inside the Lord's Prayer, the version you were taught, but what you were given is a diluted, institutionalized rendering. The original is surgically precise. Let me break down what each word is actually doing. Newe does not mean let as in allow. It means let as in cause to be, make manifest, bring into material form. This is a command, not a wish. Tsevinak is translated as you will in most Bibles, but the root word means desire, yearning, passion, and intention. This is not cold divine decree. This is a creative eros of the universe, the force that brings form out of void. Ikana means in the same way as an exact mirror with perfect correspondence. This word establishes the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. It declares that the spiritual realm and material realm are not separate. They are reflections. Dibeshma means in the realm of unity, in the dimension of pure light, in what you call heaven. But heaven is not a place you go when you die. Heaven is a frequency you access while alive. Afbiara means also on earth, also in matter, also in this body, also right now. This final phrase is the lock clicking open. It collapses the distance between spirit and flesh. It declares that what exists in a unified field must also appear in your lived experience immediately. When you speak this prayer in the correct state, you are not asking God to do something. You are aligning yourself with the pattern that God is already doing and declaring that pattern manifest in your specific reality. This is why it was hidden. This is why the church buried it under centuries of ritual. Because once you understand how to use it, you do not need their permission anymore. You do not need their approval. You do not need them at all. Now here is how you actually use it. Timing matters. This prayer is most potent during the threshold hours when the veil is thinnest, the moments right before sleep, the moments right after waking, the holy hours of 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. when the world is quietest. These are the times when your rational mind loosens its grip and your deeper consciousness can operate freely. Posture matters. You do not kneel. Kneeling reinforces subservience. You stand, feet shoulder-width apart, spine straight, hands at your sides or placed over your heart. You stand as an equal, as a co-creator, as an expression of the divine rather than a subject begging for favor. Breath matters. Before you speak the prayer, take 7 slow breaths. In through your nose, deep into your belly, out through your mouth, releasing completely. This is not relaxation. This is activation. You are oxygenating your blood, shifting your nervous system, and creating space in your body for energy to move. State matters. This is the piece most people miss. Before you speak a single word of the prayer, you must establish the state of already having what you desire, not wanting it, not hoping for it, not visualizing it in the future. You must feel in your body right now what it feels like to already be living the reality you are calling forth. If you are praying for healing, you feel the sensation of a healthy body. If you are praying for provision, you feel the relief and safety of abundance. If you are praying for clarity, you feel the calm of already knowing. Once the state is established, you speak the prayer, not in English, in Aramaic, Newe Tsevianak Ikana Dibashmea Apiara. You speak it 3 times. The first time plants the seed, the second time waters it, the third time seals it, and then you do the hardest part. You let it go. No repetition, no begging, no checking to see if it worked. You speak it, you seal it, and you walk away in absolute trust that the mechanism is now operating. This is the prayer Jesus gave to those he trusted most. And this is exactly what the church has kept from you for 2,000 years. Let me tell you what happens when you use this correctly. The first sign is a sensation of heat or pressure in the center of your chest. This usually happens within minutes. It is not metaphor. It is your heart center activating, the energetic gate that connects you to unified field beginning to open. The second sign is tears, not from sadness, from recognition, from your soul remembering what is always known, but your mind has been trained to forget. Let the tears come. They are clearing the channel. The third sign is synchronicity. Within 24 hours, expect impossible timing. A phone call from someone you were just thinking about. An opportunity appearing from nowhere. Information arriving exactly when you need it. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that the prayer is working. The fourth sign is resistance. Thoughts will rise that feel like yours, but are not. Doubt, cynicism, the urge to dismiss what you just experienced. This is not failure. This is the old pattern defending itself. Do not argue with it. Just notice it and let it pass. The fifth sign is physical shifts. Better sleep, more energy, chronic pain reducing. Again, this is not magic. This is what happens when the barrier between your spiritual truth and physical form begins to dissolve. The sixth sign is people responding to you differently. Some will be drawn closer. Others will pull away. Both responses are correct. You are operating at a new frequency now, and not everyone can match it. The seventh sign is the prayer itself beginning to change. After you use it correctly several times, you may find the words shifting in your mouth. You may feel guided to speak in English or in silence or not at all. This is not you doing it wrong. This is you graduating. The prayer is training wheels. Eventually, you become the prayer. But I must warn you about what the church knew and what they feared most. This prayer does not just open a gate for you. It starts to open a gate for everyone around you, your family, your co-workers, strangers you pass on the street. When you pierce the veil, you create an opening that others can follow through. This is why the mystics were always dangerous, not because of what they knew, but because of what they made possible for others. The institution cannot control a population of people who have direct access. So they hunted the Gnostics. They burned the mystics. They buried the prayers. But the gate still opens. The mechanism still works. And now you carry the key. The profound irony of the historical suppression is that the very power the institutions feared, the direct access, the self-sovereignty, was never meant to be a privilege. It was meant to be the default human condition. The moment you grasp the true meaning of slota, of setting the snare for reality, you realize you were never disconnected. The separation was an illusion maintained by an architecture of fear, ritual, and intermediary control. The prayer itself is the undoing of that architecture. It is the master key that bypasses the entire system. Consider the implications of this shift from petition to command. When you petition, you affirm lack. You reinforce the gap between where you are and where you want to be. You speak from a posture of insufficiency, which is exactly the frequency the institution wants you to maintain. But when you move to the Aramaic understanding, when you slota, you are declaring a truth that precedes material manifestation. You are not hoping, you are stating. You are not creating a future possibility. You are aligning with an eternal certainty. This is the difference between a supplicant and a co-creator. The shift happens in your nervous system, not in the external realm. The change is internal, and external reality is then obligated to reflect it. The church understood that a population operating from the state of knowing would be ungovernable. Imagine a society where every individual felt themselves to be an immediate and direct channel for the creative force of the universe. What need would they have for doctrines, dogmas, or donations? The entire edifice crumbles. This is why the prayer was deemed too dangerous. Not because it was blasphemous, but because it was too effective. It was spiritual efficiency that threatened institutional inefficiency. They had to replace a direct experience with a complex, bureaucratic system of salvation that required a gatekeeper. And so, the simple, potent technology of 11 Aramaic words was diluted into the passive, institutionalized version we know. Thy will be done. Even the word will was drained of its power. Where Tsevianak speaks of passion, intention, yearning, creative arrows, the English will suggest a cold, often distant authority. The original word pulses with life, with the very impulse that caused stars to ignite and consciousness to emerge. The institutionalized version implies subservience to an unknowable external plan. You are waiting for something to happen to you. The original is you actively participating in the making of reality, declaring that the passionate, creative intention of the universe must be made manifest through you. When you use the Aramaic prayer, you are stepping out of the role of subject and into the role of conduit. You are declaring that the unified field Bashmaya must flow without impedance into the material world Biara. This is why the state of consciousness is so vital. You cannot be a clear conduit if you are blocked by doubt, fear, or the residue of the old program. The 7 breaths are not a suggestion. They are a necessary purification ritual. They oxygenate the blood, quiet the incessant chatter of the rational mind, and allow the energy of your heart center to dominate your field. Many people who learn this try to use it like a magical formula, attempting to force an outcome out of external desire. But this prayer does not work on the level of ego desire. It works on the level of soul alignment. When you establish the feeling of already having what you desire, you are not lying to yourself. You are accessing the parallel reality where that outcome is already complete. The prayer is the sonic trigger, the vibrational sequence that causes the two realities, the spiritual and the material, to snap into correspondence. It is the ikana, the perfect correspondence, made audible. If you pray for money while feeling the lack of money, you are using the words to reinforce the lack. If you pray for healing while feeling the pain of illness, you are commanding the illness to remain. But when you establish the state first, feeling the profound security of abundance, feeling the vibrant energy of perfect health, you are speaking the prayer from the frequency of completed reality. The words then act as a magnetic beacon, drawing the physical manifestation to the frequency you have already anchored within your body. The body is the altar. The nervous system is a current. The resistance you feel, the thoughts of doubt, the cynicism, is a form of energy attempting to maintain the status quo. It is a friction generated when a new pattern is introduced into an old system. Do not fear it. Do not fight it. It is merely confirmation that the mechanism has engaged. The fear you feel is the institution's voice, the echo of 2,000 years of programming designed to keep you small and dependent. By simply noticing the doubt without engaging with it, you allow the energy to dissipate. You reaffirm your sovereignty. The final act of letting it go is perhaps the most difficult and the most crucial. Repetition is doubt made audible. If you repeat the prayer, you are saying, "It didn't work the first time, so I have to try harder." This completely negates the core principle. Believe that you have received it. Once the words are spoken from a state of knowing, the transaction is complete. The seed is planted, and the universal mechanism takes over. Your job is finished. You move forward not waiting for a miracle, but expecting the inevitable. You are simply observing the reflection of your inner certainty appearing in your external life. The ultimate outcome of practicing this is not just a fulfillment of specific desires. It is a permanent shifting of your operating frequency. The prayer is a tool to dismantle the illusion of separation. Eventually, you don't need the words because you become the living expression of Newait Sevinak Ikana Dibashmea, Afbiarha. You become the walking, breathing manifestation of the divine's passionate intention made physical. And that is what the cardinals truly feared in that stone chamber, a human being who realizes they are not a recipient of grace, but the source of it. That is the point of no return. Tonight, when the house goes quiet, when you are alone in the dark, you are going to stand. You're going to breathe. You're going to feel what you desire as already real. And you are going to speak 11 words in a language 2,000 years old. And something that has been locked your entire life is going to open if this teaching has activated something in you. Comment, "The gate is open" below. Let others who are ready see your declaration. Let them know the prayer is no longer buried. Share this video with someone who has been searching. Not everyone, just the ones you know will recognize it. And watch what happens in the next 7 days. This is not belief. This is technology. Jesus did not teach philosophy. He taught mechanics. 1 prayer, 11 words, instant access. The church buried it. You just found it. Now use it.